This is the story of my dream. My name is Gavin Mehl, and almost 9 years ago now, began the process of a dream. And it was a very faint dream at the time. But the dream was next to impossible. It was an impossible dream. It was a big picture dream, something very challenging. I had no idea how I would possibly make it. I had so many distractions at the time, so many hardships. And I got a early copy of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I knew that I had a dream. I didn't know how to crystallize it. I knew that part of the rule by Napoleon Hill was never to tell anyone your dream, because there's people out there that are dream killers, dream squashers, those that they want to keep you down to their level. It's like the guy who's running a marathon and he's on the final stretch, and somebody wants to put their foot out and trip him so he falls and gets hurt. There's people that are dream killers. So I'm not going to tell you my dream, but this is going to be a story that you're going to be able to relate to as you're chasing your dream, if you're going after it, because we have a reason for living. And our reason is about our purpose in life, our real big dream. And this dream that I feel like I'm coming close to right now. I know that I'm very hot on the fire, and it's been 9 years in the running. And I'm so close to achieving, I'm so close to realizing it's not my big picture dream in life. My overall big picture dream in life is about spreading love and prosperity to humanity, and overall, making the world a better place and changing the world for a better by uplifting humanity, uplifting the spirits of mankind, helping them believe that they can do it. But that's a lot of big picture woo-woo stuff. That's like the overall big picture dream. But this dream is a dream of freedom. It's a dream that a boy had about being free. And I'm so close to achieving that dream. I want to share just my insight of what it's like right now, closing in on the final hour. And I use the word insight very specifically. See, insight is a word I learned that was drilled into me from the Master Key System. Charles Haanel's 1911 masterpiece. The first work that really talked about very clearly and became a big seller about the law of attraction and understanding what it was. First time I believe the word was even used. And insight is looking at something, looking at your situation from a bird's eye view. So taking a step back and imagining that you see yourself as you're gliding through the sky on a hang glider, looking down on your situation. Insight to where you truly are at this moment of time. So stop for a moment and picture yourself on that hang glider flying through the sky, and the clouds are like a majestic lavender with white shapes and spirals and just curls to them. And the sun setting off in the distance. It's a bright yellow burning fire, but it still warms your skin. And you're flying on this hang glider, cruising through the sky, and you see a Canadian geese off to your left, honking, and off to the right, you see a Gulfstream private jet off in the distance. And you look down, and you see yourself. You see yourself off in the distance. How can that be you? But you realize this is just a dream. This is your imagination working. You look down on yourself and you put things into perspective as to where you are in this moment of time in the world right now, and where you are in relation to achieving your dream. I want you to look at yourself and see where you're at. Because this dream that I had was a big picture dream, and I've had other goals that I've acquired and done well with. But this is much more than a goal. It's a dream, and it's been an impossible process, an impossible journey. Something that I've been after for so long. So put yourself in a position and look at yourself from a distance and see where you are in relation to achieving your dream, and take a deep breath. And breathe in that air as you're flying through the sky of this hang glider. Looking down on yourself as you're slowly manifesting your dream and realizing that you're actually closer than you think. And I myself, back to my story, I'm flying across the clear blue sky, looking down on myself and realizing that I'm very, very close to achieving this dream. But I gotta tell you that as I'm coming into about 11 p.m., it's about 11 p.m. on a 24-hour day. The sun is set and it's almost midnight. And at midnight, I know I'm gonna get my dream. It's about 11 p.m. right now. This 9-year process. And I feel like, and I sense that the enemy, those dream killers out there, call it Big Brother, the enemy, whatever you want to call it, people that don't want you to make it, I feel like they're close. I feel like they're trying to get at under my skin and under my emotions right now, because they don't want me to make it. They don't want me to achieve this dream of freedom. And I have these fading moments, these fleeting moments where just for a second, I feel like they're going to get under my skin. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose control. But it's just for that brief second. And instantly I go back and I say, no, dude, I know I have what it takes. I have what it takes to realize this dream. I am going to be free. I'll do whatever it takes, and that's it, period. No one's going to get in the way of my dream. And over these many years, I have lost and said goodbye and farewell to so many people who I love. So many people who deserve a lot of credit and gratitude for helping to build and give me support and love throughout this process of realizing this dream. And I'm sad that I had to say goodbye to those people. But there comes a point in time where you realize that dream that you have, that dream that I have, is more important, not just to me, but to those who come after me, who will follow my path. That there came a time when I had to say goodbye to some of those people who I loved and I held close to me, because they were no longer helping me to achieve my dream. But I want to say thank you to them, and I want to say I love you to them, and I want to say that I will unite again with you, brothers and sisters, those who helped me along this path, who I no longer share time and space with. But I want to say that I will be giving back to you in unconditional measures for what you did for me years and years and years ago, early days in this dream. Because at this point now, I just can't have those ones near. And sometimes I feel like as I'm getting closer and closer to this final hour of realizing this big dream, that there's few out there who can help me build on this dream and manifest this dream. And the very few who are out there, you know who you are, who I've been able to rely on and stand close to, I say thank you. But I want to tell you, as you're coming closer to your dream, you may have to make some hard decisions and say farewell to certain people in your life. And your friends may become numbered, and the people who you really call dear to you may be able to count on one hand. Because that's how few people there may be that will allow you to really help build that dream and achieve it with you. And even if it becomes just you and you alone, I want you to know that you could stand strong, because if you stay focused on the dream like I have and let nothing get in your way, and carry around a dream card and memorize that purpose of realizing that dream. Because for me, it all came down to a book that I got. A book that I got from my mentor. And the book was called Law of Success in 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill. I had the original book by Think and Grow Rich, like I talked about in the opening of this talk. But it wasn't until I got the Law of Success in 16 Lessons. This is the secret book that those in power, dream killers, don't want you to have. This is the secret manuscript, the lessons that the mega rich, the mega successful used to realize their dreams. This is the book, this is the manuscript that few people have read or even know about. But Napoleon Hill dedicated his life's work to developing this process. And it wasn't just developing it. He was the only man in history to go about physically being in the presence of the top people in the world. I mean, Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, Henry Ford, Mr. Rockefeller, to name a few. These are the leaders of the world. And he took these processes from them, and of course his sponsor, his mentor, Mr. Andrew Carnegie himself, which we all owe a moment of silence to, for bringing this out to the world. And it's because of him that I even have this dream. So this is just a talk. It's a riff, man. It's an open and free flowing riff of a boy who had a dream. And as the dream is coming to the very, very final hour, and I know what's going to happen, and I feel those who just don't want me to achieve it are so close. They're biting at my rear, telling me I can't do it. But it doesn't matter, because there's a silent person who I feel on my shoulder who's telling me that I can do it. Tells me that believes in me. And I know deep inside that no matter what, I will stop at nothing to achieve this dream, because it's too important. It's far more important than just me. It's on a much bigger scale, changing the world on a greater cause of showing people how I achieve freedom and how they can do it as well. Today's the day, March 19th, 2018. My name is Gavin Mehl. Thank you for listening in. I love you. Go out and achieve your dreams. Law of Success in 16 Lessons is the pure and actual manuscript for how to do it. I love you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell me about your dream. Don't ever tell anyone your specific dream, but tell me about your big picture goal and your dream and where you are in a 24-hour clock to achieving it. Leave a comment below. I love you.